Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Marvel Legends action figure of Captain Marvel from Captain Marvel. At the time of this recording, Captain Marvel the movie is not yet out. However, I am super hyped for this because Captain Marvel the character is my favorite Marvel character. And I dig this figure a lot. Like, I already like the way they adapted her costume for the movie. I think it looks cool, and I think it makes for a pretty damn cool action figure. The different little surfaces of the outfit, it's not just one smooth little surface, so the red lines going across the chest, and where they meet the blue, and just like the different little levels for the gold, you can see all the different little surface levels going along this figure, and I really like how it's been handled. Pretty good paint on this. The gold lines going down the leg, the red on the boots is pretty good. It gets just mildly wonky when you get to like the star in the middle of the chest. Just like her face paint where it meets the chin. Nothing too crazy. The gold paint along the edges of her shoulders or whatever. It's serviceable. It's a $20 Hasbro figure, and it's pretty good. I like the sheen of the blue. A lot of the gold paint reads really, really good against the red. Some nice little details within the little edges of little spots and little nooks and crannies. So I dig that. I dig the fairly standard Hasbro articulation. Nothing really too juicy or noteworthy to discuss here. If anything, I only have one little grievance, and that's just, the way the figure was posed in the packaging with her arms out. My left shoulder pad is a little bit lifted further off than I think it should be. No big deal. She comes with this head, and it's a very fun portrait. I love the sculpt of her hair blowing, and the wash that they kind of added to her hair is nice. Details within the mask, or within her helmet, look good. Good sculpt, nice clean paint, pretty clean paint on the mouth and eye area, aside from my minor nitpick on the chin. But she does come with an alternate portrait, and that's fun. That head popped off really easily, and hopefully this one will pop on just as easily. If not, there'll be a cut in a moment. And yeah, that took a little bit of elbow grease to put on, but I gotta say, I think the sculpt on this is pretty good. I know they 3D scan the actors now, so all that information is just kind of directly ported over to these figures. But I gotta say that I think this is the first time where I've looked at their printing process, and it almost just looks like the way old 3D printers used to have, the surfaces used to have kind of a grain to them. The image of the eyes and eyebrows and lips, the actual artwork feels kind of grainy to me. It definitely captures her likeness, but it also reads like a faded printing. Anyway, still, the likeness is there, just not terribly sharp. But I still dig the look of that considerably. I like the sculpt of her hair. Very heavy wash. It's a very, very dark blonde. There's a lot of brown watered down paint to highlight that. She comes with an alternate set of hands. We got the little fisticuffs, and I do like that the fingertips are very well painted, but she also comes with a pair of open palm hands. Here's the other one. Yeah, that's it. There's no other accessories, and this one does not include any pieces for the Build-A-Figure, but she does look cool as hell, and she really doesn't need any accessories. If you wanted some like little fiery bursts, there is a binary form version of her that I believe is a Walmart exclusive that'll be coming out later. I'm hoping to get my hands on that, and that definitely comes with the appropriate little, bursty binary forms to attach to her. There's also a Target exclusive version of this figure that's the same basic sculpt, but it's the Star Force suit. And I'm looking forward to getting that if I can. One last thing I want to show you before we wrap this up. One of the things I really dig about this is the back of the neck joint. You can see goes really far back. You can see the little joint right there. So you can actually pivot the head really far back if you want to pose her in some flying poses, which I think is pretty awesome. It's a fun development that action figures when I was a kid didn't do, but now you can actually have the figure fly, which, in the 90s and 80s, Superman and stuff just looked like this when they flew when you played with them. But now, this is pretty great. This looks rad. It's little things like this that really make me dig this figure a lot. Not a lot of accessories, doesn't really need it. Great sculpt, pretty solid paint job, It looks cool flying. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And if you want, you can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Facebook, all of that stuff.